Happy Tuesday. I am so excited to be back again. We're going to give it a couple minutes just to let everybody come on in, join us. If you can hear me, just make sure the audio is okay. Give me a thumbs up so I know that you guys can hear me. And then a little bit. Or even say hi that you're here so I know that you're here.
I'm Charles. If you like trading crypto like I do, I'm going to give you 3 reasons why you should trade with Webull. The first reason is there are different cryptocurrencies available to trade on Webull.
So once again, if you guys can hear me, give me a thumbs up. Hey, how are you, Josh? Hey, Josh, how are you? Hi, Billy. Hi, Kelly. We're going to get started in a couple of minutes. For a minute, I'm like, hello, is anybody there? Hey, Anna, how are you? Oh, then, Anna, go get your money, my friend. But thank you for coming. Hi, Kimberly. Okay, good. You guys can hear me. Fantastic. Hope everybody is having a fantastic Tuesday. Man, I have to tell you, like my week is like this week is like so jam packed that it's gonna be a fun week. Oh, hey, Dr. Emma Peel, how are you? So yeah, it's already jam packed, and I feel like it's only like Tuesday, and I have so my husband's birthday is this Friday. He's a Christmas baby, so I always try to separate his birthday from Christmas and, make it special. So I have that on Friday night and between appointments and, oh, Anna, that's awesome. It's been good. I made 1,300 last week. Congratulations. That is amazing. I am so happy for you. I'm so glad that you're rocking it out there. And hey, Doordash Revolution, how are you? Hey, Thomas, how are you? So Thomas has been with me, I think, since like subscriber like number 10. So thank you so much for coming back. And Doordash Revolution. I always really enjoy your content. So keep the good content coming. You're very thoughtful and insightful, and I really enjoyed your last video. So thank you for that. So anyways, hey Angler J, how are you? So going back to my week, so it's like literally jam packed. If you guys don't know this already, I started, a collaboration with UDM for Monday mornings at 9 a.m. So if you haven't checked it out, go over to his channel and check it out. So every Monday morning at 9 a.m. we're doing a live and we're collaborating together. So I have that now on Monday mornings, and I don't know, I feel like I need to like squeeze in gig work this week opposed to what's going on with regular life. But I guess that's why we do what we do, and to have the flexibility of going out there. So oh, Diane Henson, hi, how are you? Made 66 last Friday in the pouring rain. Wow, an hour and like 15 minutes? That's crazy. Ugh, I'm telling you, like rain is like your best friend. At least it's my best friend. Like I love I love bad weather. People think I'm like a little nutty when I say I love the rain, and I'll say the beginning of snow. I don't really go out in snowstorms, but like beginning of snow, I love bad weather just because I know that it brings in money, especially on like Uber Eats. It's like the best app during like really bad weather, at least in my market. But oh man, good for you. That's awesome. I love hearing success stories. So don't forget to tell me, guys, about your success stories, because I really love hearing from each and every one of you, and I really like to celebrate people's success. Thomas, I love the rain when working also. I'm telling you, it's get on your rain jacket, get on your rain boots, and go on out, and you can make some amazing money during the rain. I will say during the summertime, I didn't make it home a couple times in some really bad thunderstorms. that's not so much fun, but the rest of it is fun. But the money part is the good part. I sometimes wish for rain as well. So before we get started, if you can take time right now, everybody give this live a thumbs up before we even get started. If you're new to my channel and you're just tuning in for the first time, welcome. I'm so excited to have you tonight. And then also subscribe if you're new to my channel as well. So take the minute, give this a live a thumbs up, and then we're going to get right into tonight's topic. Josh B. Rain's the greatest until you arrive and the person doesn't have an overhead porch and doesn't answer the phone. That is true. Or it's like a hand it to me customer and like they take forever to get to your door and you're like, really? I'm like sopping wet and you can't even freaking answer your door. Gotta love that. Not that it was raining, but yesterday that totally happened. Like I did a hand it to me customer, knocked on the door, didn't even have a doorbell. Waited. I'm like, it's not like I have anything else to do. Can he come to the door? I literally just started calling the customer. And finally, he came to the door, and maybe he heard his phone ring and go, oh, the DoorDasher is here. So that happened yesterday, but oh, there's nothing worse than that in the rain, too. Okay, so our two topics today, we'll get to the first topic. Hopefully we have enough time to get to the second topic. So I've been getting a lot of comments and questions yesterday. Do you knock or do you not knock? So that is the question of the week. So we're going to get into that and my thoughts and opinions on knocking versus not knocking. And then if we have time, I'm going to talk about wait times and our customers being delayed getting their orders. Is it the restaurant's fault or is it the customer's fault and why they're not getting their orders quickly? So we're going to talk about that hopefully tonight as well. And then one of you guys, hey, Mort, how are you? One of you guys had asked me in my community post about the live to talk about taxes, and I'm going to briefly talk about that. So I'll be completely honest. I am not a tax professional whatsoever. I hire, I go to a tax professional to do my taxes. So I am not, I'll be honest, I am not the right person to talk about taxes. I will say this, I put away 30% of my earnings every single day into savings. And that's what I personally do. So I can talk to that. And then also, obviously, I use apps for my gas and my mile deductions. So those are the things that I personally do. But when it comes to taxes, I'll be honest, this is actually my first full year of doing gig work full time. So I don't even know what to expect at this point, except to be paying on some taxes. So I'm definitely prepared for that. But I'm probably not the best tax expert to use just because I outsource my taxes and actually hand it over to a tax professional. So I'm sorry if I'm not able to answer a lot of your tax questions, but I always keep it real, and that's the real. I'm not that person. So, but thank you for the question. I really appreciate it. Okay, so let's get into the topic. Hey, Kate Glabowski, how are you? So, knock or don't knock. So, let's talk about this. So tell me if you knock on the door or do you, hey, William, how are you? Welcome. And William, while you're here, just real quick, thank you so much for your latest video. I watched it today and I really enjoyed the black and white. And thank you so much for mentioning me. I really appreciate it. So do you knock or do you not knock? That is the question of the hour. I personally have my thoughts and opinions on it, and I'll tell you what I do and my reading. Hey, Michelle, how are you? How's the car? Hopefully it's fixed. Hey, Diane. So do you knock? Do you not knock? So this is what I do. I personally do not knock or ring the doorbell unless the customer specifically says, please knock on the door or ring doorbell. And there are a couple reasons behind me doing that, and there's actually a whole bunch of reasons why, and we can. Hey, Kevin, how are you? We'll get into a little bit of debate if you think otherwise, and it's okay. People have different opinions on this. So I do not knock because of a couple of reasons. First reason is I feel like I'm always in mom mode, and you never know what goes on behind someone's closed door. And I always have in my mind, because I go back to the times where my daughter was an infant, like, oh, I think I would kill somebody if I just got my baby to sleep and someone's knocking or ringing the doorbell, DoorDash, DoorDash. Like, I guess I'm always in mom mode, and I never know if they don't, like, if they have kids, do they have babies, do they, like, is there are they napping, are they sleeping? Like, babies can sleep any hour of the day or night. You really just don't know kind of what's going on behind closed doors. Another reason why I don't do it is because uh, they have pets. Like, how many times do you, like, not, like, even if they ask you to knock on the door and they have dogs and all of a sudden, like, they bark up high heaven? Like, what happens if they don't want their pets to be disturbed? And I used to have a dog growing up that if you literally just, like, even tapped on the door, he would, like, go crazy barking, and, like, you couldn't calm him down for, like, a good half hour because he was, like, that hyper and that high strung. And before you guys asked, it was a Shih Tzu, but very high strung, and, like, you just couldn't calm him down. So that's another reason why. And I'm just really a firm believer in just being respectful of customers. I feel like there's a lot more problems when you ring and knock on a door than a lot less problems when you don't ring and knock on the door. And I really noticed in my area, especially, I hate to say, especially in my area, with a lot of the McMansions going on, a lot of people just don't want to be bothered. They like their privacy. And if I'm knocking on their door, I feel like almost feel disrespectful doing that to them. So that's why, if I see it in the notes, I will do it, but for the most part, but let's face it. So the message that we get is leave that door. It doesn't say leave that door and knock or ring the doorbell. It says leave that door. Another thing is, uh, another thing is, so with knocking and ringing on the door, like, I just don't know. I just feel like it's just, I'm just not a big fan of it, and that's just my own personal opinion. And it has never. People ask me a lot of times, you know, what are your customer service scores? Does it affect your scores? And it has never affected my scores whatsoever. And I'll share it with you guys today. I'm in a 98% customer rating for Uber Eats, and I'm at a 4.97 for DoorDash, and it has never affected my rating yet. So I'm going to continue to kind of do it the way that I've been doing it. I will say this, and oh, this is another thing too, is customers. I can't tell you how many, how many notifications our customers get from the time we receive the food to the time we are approaching to the time that it is completed, and then they receive an alert that there's a picture. And if we send them a cute little note saying enjoy or whatever, we tell our customers, like, that's like almost like 4 or 5 notifications to let the customer know, hello, your order is at the door, go get your order. To me, it's overkill at that point. Like, notification, 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 and knock and ring the doorbell. I'm just saying that's just kind of my rule of thumb behind it. So uh, I'm just not a big fan of knocking. Like I said, DoorDash and both Uber Eats say leave at door. So I'm gonna leave at door. Just saying. Mm. So Josh B says, no knock or no ring bell unless it says to. Never know if a sleeping kid is there or a dog. That's crazy. I'm telling you, like, that's like that's my main reason. Like I said, I feel like I'm always in mom mode and trying to be respectful. I don't know about you guys, but I get a lot of customers who even leave in the notes, baby sleeping, young kids sleeping, so they know like not to ring on the door. I actually went out a little bit this morning and I actually had a customer like call me because it was early in the morning and she goes, please do not ring or knock on the door. I've had several drivers do that and wake up my kids. Please do not just leave it on the porch, please. I said, no problem. It was my, good morning, no problem. I'll just leave it on the door for you. But like she felt the need, I think, because she got so annoyed by drivers knocking on their door that she's like, let me call ahead of time so they know not to ring or knock on the door. Diane, I knock unless I'm told not to in the app. Yep, I don't knock unless requested. Gabe Lebowski, I only knock when they ask me to. Hey, Kevin, how are you? Um, yeah, Michigan, don't ask more bad news. Oh no. I'm sorry, Michelle. I was so hopeful. I prayed to the car gods for you. I guess my car gods prayer didn't go through. I'm so sorry. Oh, yes, please send me a message. I would love to hear from you. Mm. So Kevin, don't knock unless they ask or it's handed to customer. I completely agree. I feel like handed customers is a is a whole new subject. I can't tell you though. I'll talk about handed to me customers for like a half a second. I can't tell you. I don't know if you guys have been experiencing this or maybe like it's just my area. I don't know, but like I'm getting more handed to me customers and like the customers just aren't freaking available aren't available. And I think it was Bud Soda, was it last week or the week before? He made a comment, or was it on here? He said that he starts the timer like almost before he even gets to the customer's house. So it's kind of already started before they do that. But I've just been noticing a lot of customers. I don't know whether they're doing it by accident or I've just been getting a lot of handed to me customers and they're just not available. I had one last week where I had a call and he's just like, oh, I'm not even home. I'm like, then why did you do hand it to me? And he finally said, well, just leave it on my porch. I'll be home shortly. And I'm like, well, thanks. Thanks for wasting my time, but it's all good. So, but I've been seeing that a lot more in my area as well. Okay, William, I have multiple factors into evaluate if I knock, ring, text, call, or any combination of those. Hey, Michelle. Hi, Kim. I'm Michelle with Messed Up Car too. Oh no, I'll send a prayer to the car gods for you too. I thought you were talking to me, and I thought, how does she know? It's like mental telepathy. I'm a mind reader too. No, I'm just kidding. I'm totally not. Arturo, hi, Arturo. How are you? Don't knock. I hear you. The baby is sleeping. Great way to put it, William. It was a very good way of putting it. The dog will bark if you knock. That it will. So I felt so bad, so bad. So I had a customer, well, half bad. It was kind of the customer's fault too, but they probably didn't know either. So it was a breakfast order and they had a drink carrier with 4 drinks in it. And then they had 3 like big, like, like the square food containers, the styrofoam food containers in a bag. And their instructions were do not come to the door. Dogs are barking, but it was leave at door, but it says leave in mailbox. Their mailbox was like literally like this big and like one of like, like the dome shaped mailboxes. And I'm like, this food isn't going to fit into the mailbox. What do I do? So like I tiptoed like literally to like I was trying to be so super quiet because I'm like there's a reason why they don't want me to go to their door. So like I was so super quiet, like tiptoed, and I got like literally right by the door and the dogs went crazy and I felt so bad. I really felt so bad. And I'm like, I'm sorry. So then the guy like came to the car and the door and I'm like, I am so sorry. It didn't fit in your mailbox. I didn't know what to do. And he's like, it's all good. So at least he was like cool about it. But I felt so bad. But it kind of goes back to, knocking on the door. Like there was dogs. I actually took a picture and I forgot to insert into one of my videos last week. There was a picture that I went to go do a leave at door, and as soon as I put the leave at door, there was 4 dogs, and, like, they were all like this on the door. It was really funny. Cute, but funny. Yeah, Thomas, I hear ya. Some drivers knock when I don't leave notes. Why? I don't know why. Like, if I personally order something, like so my app of choice that I order for me and my family is DoorDash. I just feel like it's a little easier. Plus, I get free Dash Pass through one of my credit cards. So that's another reason why I do DoorDash. But I probably do DoorDash, I'll say like once a week. And when I do DoorDash, like, I don't know why it bothers me so much that, and maybe it's because I'm a driver and it does bother me, but it bothers me so much when someone's like, they'll, and this is another thing that bothers me. There's two things that bother me. They'll ring the doorbell and then they'll go to the door and go pound, 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 DoorDash. And I'm like, why did you have the need to ring my doorbell and pound on the door like you're the cops? DoorDash. I don't get it. Billy Brown, I take the picture and text them if their food is by the door and have a great day. I hear you. That's what I do. Um, Josh B, it's like 3 texts that they get. I think I'm almost positive. So they get a text when you're leaving the restaurant, you get a text when they're approaching, and then you get a text at delivery. If you're with Uber, you get another text saying, please allow your driver to leave it at the door. I think that's what Uber says. So I think Uber's like 4, and I think DoorDash is like 3. So they get plenty of notifications. But this is my other thing. If you order from, and this has been my biggest argument, especially with the catering order I had last week. If you know you ordered from DoorDash, Uber Eats, whatever, Grubhub, whatever platform, you know your food's coming. How do you not know your food is coming? I'm just saying. Mm. Thomas, I see them in the app. They know better. They do know better. So Michelle, you say no knocking unless asked. Okay, so I feel like we're like all united. Is there anybody out here that doesn't agree that you like knock and ring on the doorbell? I'm just curious if anybody actually disagrees with us because Arturo does it all. I had one customer ask why people never knock, and I told him to put it in the drop off instructions. Otherwise, we just leave it at the door and take pictures and text. See, it is educating. Hey, Rideshare Rodeo, how are you? It's educating our customers, and I'm going to talk a little bit about that later. But like, I feel like our we need to educate a lot of our customers because they don't know like a lot of our little secrets and tricks and nuances. Like I feel like they don't know some of this stuff, and some of them are just like, "Oh, I never knew that." Like, and it's just like, "Yes, I swear." Hey, SCGTV, how are you? But yes, I feel like we need, maybe I need to do like a video. I don't know how to get it out to customers, but let's educate the customers. Let's train the customers on how it works. Josh B, I had one dasher deliver to me one time, stand there for 2 to 3 minutes till I got my food. A little strange. Okay, that is weird. I will say when the pandemic was like the height of the pandemic, if you were working during that time, DoorDash actually suggested in like one of like their Dash Digest that you get on Friday, they actually suggested that dashers wait until the customer got the food so they couldn't complain that the DoorDasher didn't deliver their order. And that's before, like, right when like the picture thing started, because they didn't have pictures at that time. So I don't know whether maybe that was an old school dasher because that used to be a thing with DoorDash. I'll say maybe about a year and a half ago, maybe somewhere around there. But that was a thing for like a little while, and most people just like ignored it. It's like, yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm pulling away. Peace. You got a picture. Kevin, you're starting your night shift tonight, so go make your money. Go do that. Go get your money. More, I'm going to just text if your notes say text, call, or don't knock. Thing is, I find people in the city are used to being notified. Good to know. Okay, I get it. In the burbs, less negative. I can actually honestly understand that and actually see that. I never really thought about it of so like a city thing versus a um interesting. Okay, I get it. But thank you. I actually appreciate that. And not only that, but I would feel like if you're in the city, like you don't want someone's food to be like out on a stoop or even like out in the open just because of how busy like a city is. So thank you. I think you opened my eyes to that. I guess because I live in like a suburban area that like I never really think from like a city perspective that's actually a really good point. William, I've had a much more hand it to me customers in the market as well. Yeah, this past week I've had like a lot of hand it to me customers. I just think I don't know. I just feel I don't know. I guess I'm always still I mean, we're still in the middle, well, somewhat in the pandemic right now. So I'm always thinking pandemic wise, a new variant is out there. Like I would almost think that people will still want leave it at door, but there was a lot more hand it to me customers, but a lot more not available hand it to me customers this week. My chili is I usually call the customer and it goes straight to voicemail. I start the timer. I do the same thing. As soon as like I can't get a hold of the customer, whether knocking, ringing, I automatically the first thing I do is I leave it at their door. That's the first thing. And then like I go back to my car because now it's freaking cold. I'm not standing on someone's porch in 30-degree weather waiting for you to waiting for you to answer your phone. I or answer your door. So usually I go to my warm car and then I'll start the timer and call from call from the car just because I'm not standing out in the freezing cold because you can't get to your door. I'm just saying it's too cold. And then I'll start the timer. And then obviously I'll call the customer and text the customer and, do everything that I need to do. Thomas, it was busy this afternoon. Oh, fantastic. So Tuesdays are usually like my days off. So I didn't work this afternoon. I actually did a little bit of like a morning shift this morning. So interesting that you had a good afternoon. That's really good. So I, if you guys have Gridwise, so I'm going to get off topic for like half a second. So I use Gridwise, not so much for miles because I have in a separate app for miles, but I like Gridwise. Hey, Gay Cleveland, how are you? I like the graph that actually shows you how many orders on an average you get per day, and it actually shows you the peaks and valleys, and you get to see what day is slow. And it's interesting that Tuesdays, which are normally my slowest days, Gridwise has been saying that it's not been it's like it's actually been a good day, but Wednesdays in my area and Thursdays are more of the slower days. So that's interesting. You had a really good day. So hey, Gay Cleveland, welcome, my friend. I actually watched one of your videos a couple, maybe about an hour or so ago. Your most recent one. Josh B, I have a regular who will tell you to leave her order by her car during the summer when the doors are open because her dog is wild. That's kind of cute in a way, but hey, at least she's leaving you very specific instructions. Billy Brown, I had a give it to customer, got bitten by a dog, ripped pants, minor injury, got $1 tip. That is a bad order. Holy. I think everything that probably could have gone wrong with you probably did in that one order. Man, dogs are no joke. I think it was UDM did that live. It was last week with the dog like on the fence, like that pit bull. Like I had um that one order like a couple months ago where I there was a dog right here rodeo. Oh, thank you so much. Much appreciated. Happy holidays, Kim, and to everyone. Thank you so much, my friend. So I thought that the dog, and it was warm out, and it was like one of those McMansions on the water, and I really thought that the dog was out on their front lawn, and I thought that they had an electric fence because the dog wasn't getting close to any of the walkways. So I thought it was like okay to still go, and it was leave at door, and they were very specific on the front door. And I started walking like it was normal because I thought this dog was on an electric fence, and I was so wrong. And I literally got to the the sidewalk, and the dog started like coming at me and started like barking. Granted, his like tail was wagging, so I honestly I don't think he like was trying to mean any harm, but hey, what is a stranger doing on my property type of thing. But I went like so slowly because the dog might be a friendly dog to their owners, but not so much to strangers. And I wasn't gonna try to figure that out. And I was talking to the dog the whole time. Oh, yeah, that was a little scary, but I didn't get bit, but I am so sorry. The whole story is I'm so sorry you got bit. That's horrible. And especially for like a happy a $1 tip. That's crazy. Oh, $1. $1 for a dog bite. I'm hoping that that one did the owner at least like did they at least apologize profusely? I hope so. Hey, Bud Soda, how are you? I actually just talked to you about you from one of your comments that you made last week. If customers get notification, why does it take forever then to come to the door? I have absolutely no idea. People are freaking lazy. That's the only thing I can think of. I have like it just so uh, I I have to tell you like I because of the notifications like I just don't understand sometimes customers. I guess because when I personally order DoorDash like I literally like stalk the phone because I want to be ready even though it's a leave it door. Like I feel like I'm always ready for it. Like I like literally stalk the driver. So like I know to grab my food as soon as like it gets dropped off. Like I just don't understand the mentality of a customer like not knowing that their food is coming or arrived or 5,000 notifications later they're like, "Oh, it's here." Like I don't I don't get people. I'm just saying I don't get it, but it's a very good question. Actually, Arturo does it all. That's really funny. The dog bit off more than $1. I'm pretty sure that he did. That's actually really funny. More, I also showed up earlier than most drivers. Sorry, oops, where did it go? Most drivers here, lots of double dipping and multiple offers. All my deliveries are singles, so the diner could be expecting lateness. I maybe I do single orders too. I take one order at a time. Even though I multi-app, I still only take one order at a time. Maybe they are, but on the app they actually show you estimated time of arrival too. So like estimated how quickly your order is supposed to get. Yeah, a driver can get there quicker, but at least gives you an idea of what time to expect your order. I don't know. I don't get it. Kimberly. Oh, I like to make friends and chat with other drivers while in a restaurant waiting. I even piled next to a driver in a parking lot. I waited. We chatted. I told him how to multi app. Good for you. It's funny you should say that because I also did that like last week. I was in a Dunkin' and I was waiting on an order, and like a driver comes in and he actually started he actually started chatting with me and asked me, what apps do you use? And I said, well, I have Uber Eats, DoorDash, and Grubhub. And he's just like, how do you have all three? I only have one. And I'm like, you can do all three, I promise. And he doesn't watch YouTube, like he didn't watch YouTube. So I educated him on what multi-apping is, and I educated him on even getting like more than one app and how to make more money. And then I gave him, because I have my own now Kim Side Money Plans business card. So I gave him a business card. So hopefully he's watching. I don't know, but I gave him a business card to start following me. So hopefully I was educating him as he was going. But congratulations, good for you, Kimberly, for educating other drivers. I really think people just don't know how, like, is multi-apping really a thing? And they don't see like the community that we have together that have like vast knowledge and how to make more money. And that's one of the reasons why I do this, because I want to share my knowledge and get people, more earnings and more money. And really I'm so passionate about multi-apping just because of those reasons. Yeah. That's actually really funny, Gig Cleveland. So Gig Cleveland said, Chip just gave me a miss me note and some chapstick because they haven't done an order from them in 2 months. Oh, they care about you. Aw, so that's really nice. That's really nice. But hey, at least they sent you something. That's the only thing I got for you. But I will say this: I completed my 500th Grubhub order, and Grubhub sent me a $15 gift card for Grubhub. So I thought that was actually pretty nice. I feel like Grubhub is like on their game for more deliveries to complete, the more stuff they give. I mean, I use their hot bags all the time, even on DoorDash orders, and also, um, I was gonna say DoorDash orders, and I use it for everything just because like their bags are like really super insulated, and they're like probably one of the best bags I did. Thomas, thank you. Yes, guys, take a moment out right now. Is I see that I have 17 thumbs up. So, and I see there's 28 people here. So take a minute. I'm going to take a drink of my soda real quick. Give this live a thumbs up. It really helps this live get out to the YouTube community. So take a minute right now. Hit the thumbs up while I take a little bit of soda. Okay, Billy Brown. If it's a business, I leave it with the receptionist, even if it's late. I do the same thing, and then I I take a picture of the receptionist. Is that bad? I usually tell the receptionist to like photobomb the picture for the person I'm leaving it to, just to be funny about it. So I got no for you, but usually like they're actually kind of funny and do photobomb the picture. But I always try to leave a picture of like the receptionist at least desk, so they know that I left it at the receptionist desk. It's actually really funny. Josh, when I used to delivery in Reading, like Reading, Pennsylvania, do we have this conversation, Josh, about Reading, Pennsylvania? I can't remember, but I went to college in Reading, Pennsylvania. I would sit in my car till I saw a customer grab the food so no one walked by and snatched it up. Oh, oh. William, I'm in a college town like Lisa. You better believe when I deliver those dorms, I stay in the car and call. I don't blame you. Like, the closest university, I have one maybe about 15 minutes away from me. And I think I've only delivered a handful of times, because I'll be honest, whenever I see that it's in that like neighborhood, and I'm like, yeah, nope, not doing it. I feel like there's a lot of things that go wrong with college orders that I just really don't want to be bothered with. Gig Lebowski, my last order today was a hotel Grubhub. It said leave it in the lobby room. 3:31. I left it with the lobby receptionist. I probably would have done the same thing, to be honest with you. Hey, you said leave it in the lobby. I'm just saying. Conflicting notes. Yeah, don't give me options too. Don't you also love it, Giggle about or anybody specifically Giggle Lebowski? Don't you love it when they say leave at door, hand it to me, and like I usually call and say, okay, which one is it? Because you put both things in there. Like most likely, I'll just do leave it at door, just because. Hey, Claudia, how are you? Just because you said leave it at door, so that's the easiest option. So I'm leaving at the door. You can't say that I didn't follow instructions. Okay, Cleveland, I did 165 in 6.5 hours, but it died down quickly, like at 7. That's awesome. Good for you. Good day for you. That's awesome. It's been busy for weeks in my area, which is awesome, but multi-hopping, of course. Danny, that's great. Hey, I'm really seeing a uptick in business altogether. Like these past couple weeks have been really good for me in my area. Hopefully it's good for you. Like I feel like the holidays is bringing more business. I think the cold weather is bringing a lot of business, and I think one of you guys had asked me what do I think the weather or what do I think the orders are going to be like after the holidays. And you know for me last year, like even like after the holidays, like I was seeing really good days and really good weeks just because of the cold weather. We had a lot of snow here, so a lot of people didn't want to go out. So it was a really good winter for me last, so I'm hoping it's gonna continue on. I always say you really can't predict when people are gonna order or when people aren't gonna order. So, I'll always say it's kind of hard to predict, but that's kind of what happened the last winter. So, fingers crossed, it's going to be the same way as well. Yeah, I'm happy I get to actually take a day and a half off. Don't you love it when that happens? Oh, gotta love it when you have like a really good day and you're like, yes, I can take even more time off. Mm. Okay, Cleveland, Grubhub actually been decent the last few days. Uber Eats doing great between 6 to 7:30. Oh, very nice. So Grubhub hasn't been doing Grubhub hasn't been doing so well for me in my area. Doordash has been like kicking butt for whatever reason in my area. I got nothing for you, but I'm kind of rolling with the DoorDash roll. But I will say Grubhub like came through like late last night, and they're usually like not a late night app in my area, but like I was ready to go home, and all of a sudden I got like a $14 order, and then I got a $12 order. I'm like, well, I'm gonna keep going if Grubhub is gonna keep giving me these orders. And like they were like 2 miles, 4 miles, and I'm like, I'm taking them, and I'm gonna make my money. And so they came through for me last night, but I've been getting a lot of low ball orders from Grubhub lately that I don't know. It's kind of weird. I don't know. Hmm. And then I also did I so I'll talk about this really quickly. I feel like I'm going to go off topic a little bit, but so I took Grubhub out of my mix this past weekend, and I actually had 3 really good days, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So that's why it kind of got me thinking, with wait times, is Grubhub slowing me down and with their wait times? And it got me really thinking with Grubhub specifically, I feel like they throw a lot of money at you, and their orders like are so enticing because the dollar amount is so good. But is it really good when you have to wait, 10 minutes, 15 minutes? It turns into like a 25 or 30-minute order where you can maybe turn around like 2 or 3 Grubhub orders to compensate for the same. I don't know. It's just something I was thinking about over the weekend. Like, I don't know whether it was a coincidence that I made more with Grubhub not in the mix. And are they really slowing me down? Hey, Paul, how are you? Are they really slowing me down? It just made me think about Grubhub in a different way. And that's another thing. Like, for like weeks now, like Uber Eats have been like non-existent. Like I really wasn't even getting orders. I didn't put Grubhub on and I started getting Uber Eats orders all over again. So I just thought that was kind of my observations with taking Grubhub out of my mix this week. I'm not saying I'm never using Grubhub, but it was just kind of interesting to see. And I always encourage everybody to, find your own, I call it your cocktail, find it your own cocktail. And I think I said this yesterday in like alcohol terms, you know, Johnny, Jack, and Jim, alcohols are really good individually, but when you combine them all together, you're going to have one heck of a hangover the next morning and it's not going to taste so good. So, but individually, or finding even your right cocktail mix, it really does wonders to your earnings. So I always try to encourage everybody to find your own mix that works. And that's why I do a lot of experimenting with multi-apping, because I'm always really trying to find what days of the week apps work, do different hours work, you know, what else works in your area, so that way and that's I think another thing I said, man, you throw a fourth app in there, Jose, then whew, you're not waking up the next morning. Just saying. But Soda, you are popular, my friend. You should make on you are popular. That is true, Lisa. I feel like though sometimes when you do set the timer, they're like, "Oh, I gotta go." Like they're here, and they're like, Why didn't you come the first time?" Oh, oh, Thomas, thank you, Kim. I love your comment of the day and William's question of the day. So, thank you so much, Thomas. I love your guys' comments. I really appreciate every single one of them that come in, and I feel like doing a comment of the day in my videos is my way of giving back to you guys, because I literally spend any spare time that I have going through and reading each and every one of your comments. I respond to each and every one of your comments. So I feel like it's my way of giving back to you guys and showing you how much I appreciate them. So keep the comments coming, because it brightens my day and I love reading them, and I feel like that's how we learn from each other, and I really enjoy it. So keep the comments coming, because you never know if your comment's going to be in my next video. But you are like family. You are everywhere. But I appreciate it so much. Get Cleveland. Usually I do a minute per dollar. If I'm waiting at a store, it's $18. I'll wait like 18 minutes. I wait 2 minutes, then use the timer 7 minutes, then shows. Oh, that's an interesting comment. Huh, I never really thought of it that way. So that is a very interesting way of thinking about it. Thank you for sharing that, Good Cleveland. So, Bud Soda, so what do you think of taking an offer they give you immediately meets your minute acceptance dollars, but the dollar per mile isn't where you like? I'll also say it depends on, are you busy? Are you not busy? I think, last week someone had questioned. I took a, okay, I took an order last week. I think it was, and Bud, thank you. I mean, Bud Soda, you actually commented on this as well. And wanted to know why I was thinking about doing a 15-mile order for 17 miles for $17. And so my answer to that was a couple things. I really hadn't had any orders. It was kind of earlier in the day, so orders weren't really like flowing in at that point. And if you guys don't know me by now, like I hate sitting around doing nothing, but not only that, but they were all like highway miles. So, and I knew the area that it was going to, which was a really nice area. So to me, it all depends on, area. Are you busy? Are you not busy? Kind of what's going on in your own area. And that's how I usually, is it highway driving, not highway driving? Like to me, there's a lot of factors that go into miles versus um, dollar amounts, and also versus the area. So hopefully that answers your question a little bit. Mm-hmm. Oh, Thomas, I missed this. I'm so sorry. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. You keep me motivated, and thank you. Hey, Jackie, how are you? Yeah, Grubhub, Josh B. Grubhub is the best bags. Got one of the newer model ones, and it's really nice. It is really nice. Okay, I thought, Josh, we had that conversation. I couldn't remember if we had that conversation or not. Brian, I've been watching your videos for a few weeks. Great job. Are you a full-time gig worker or do you have a 9 to 5 job? I am a full-time gig worker. This is my full-time job. I take you guys along with me every single day for the fun. But no, this is my full-time job. It really is, you know, I really enjoy what I do. I really enjoy gig work. I like the flexibility of, being with my family. I have a little one at home, and I have a husband, so it's really, for me, the scheduling piece of it works out really well with what's going on in my world right now. But no, I'm a full time gig worker. Oh, thank you so much, Monique. I just gave you another thumbs up, and that's really awesome. Another great stream with UDM. I had so much fun. I'm having so much fun doing Mondays with UDM. So if you guys haven't checked it out, go check it out because he's such a great guy and he's such a awesome person to learn from, and he has such great knowledge, and I'm really having a lot of fun on Mondays. I look forward to Mondays. So hopefully you guys can join us. I'll always post it also on my community post as a reminder. So join us every Mondays at 9 o'clock. And say, did I lose you guys? Josh B. Grubhub is so strange. I'll have a week or two where it's good, then a week or two, a month that it's all crap. I'm telling you, sometimes it's like I feel like Grubhub is like highs and lows. It's like peaks and valleys. It goes really good and really bad and really good and really bad. But that's actually really true. Saying Grubhub high miles in my area turned off the app for a while until orders got better. They are very high miles. I forget. I was watching another creator's YouTube and they were saying they did a take every Grubhub order. And I'm like, more power to you because I don't even know whether just based off of miles, if I could actually do that in my area. Hey Jackie, how are you? GigTube is oversaturated, but the styles and the creator's personality that makes it interesting. Oh, thank you so much, Thomas. That's really sweet of you to say. Oh, Jackie Kim, I think you're the sweetest dasher out there. Very sweet of you guys. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Mm. Hey Matt, how are you? Thank you, Matt, for sending me that information today. I really appreciate it. I really enjoyed seeing your Panera orders. So thank you for sending them to me. So more, I waited 15 minutes because it showed 24 paid 31. A lot of times I end up waiting because I don't want to lose some of the better paying customers. Right here, Lisa. Thank you so much, my friend. Thank you. Much appreciated. Okay, so bottom line is go back. I don't knock on or ring any doorbells. Okay, so next topic. Oh my God, we're almost at the hour mark. I got to do this really quickly. So, is it the customer? Maybe we should say this. Maybe I'll save this for next week. So, this will be our topic for next week. So, come prepared. I'll give you guys homework. Come prepared for next week. So, is it the customer? Is it the restaurant's fault? Or is it the customer's fault for the customer getting their order late or delayed? So kind of think about that. It was something I was thinking about today because I educated today a restaurant on why their orders are just like sitting in their restaurants, and they didn't understand why my order was being picked up before an order that was sitting there for an hour. So we all know the obvious reasons of restaurant delays, and we also know some of the reasons why customers even delay their orders. So it's going to be the debate. Is it the restaurant who makes the customer wait, or is it the customer who makes their own self wait? So we'll get into that next week as well. So guys, do you have, get in any last minute questions you have for me, anything that you want to comment? I'll do quick shout out. So if you want to shout out, put your thumbs up also down below so I can give everybody a shout out at the end. I have to say, I love doing Tuesdays with you guys. I really appreciate you guys coming and spending time with me on Tuesdays. Thanks for your time tonight, Kim. I need to get my Christmas tree tonight. Oh, go get your Christmas tree. I'm so excited for you. Guys, can you believe it? We're like really close to Christmas. Can you feel my excitement? I just love Christmas. I think I'm going to be more upset when Christmas is over and like this pretty tree has to come down. Like, I love Christmas. All I got to say. Thank you, Thomas. Everyone, if you haven't done it already, thank you. Yes, please go right now. Hit that thumbs up button before you get. Oh, or toward Lisa interview shout out. That's right, Lisa. That's this week, right? It's the 16th. Is that right? Is it Thursday? Let me know, Lisa, if I got that date right. Or Rideshare Rodeo. That's who it's with, right? Rideshare Rodeo. You're doing Lisa's interview. Let me know. I think it's the 16th, right? Great stream. Hope everyone has a good rest of the week. Thank you, Josh. Okay, you guys. Fantastic. So, guys, thank you so much for joining me today. Don't forget about the topic. We'll cover it in next week's topic. Oh, okay, great. Thank you, Rideshare Rodeo. So Rideshare Rodeo will be interviewing Lisa on Thursday night. So that's exciting. So yay. Okay, so I will definitely check you guys out on Thursday night. So guys, that is it for tonight. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. If you're driving, please stay safe and healthy. Remember, kindness is always free. I love you guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.